know and talk to your customers. Think about right now in your company. Do you know who your top customers are? Think about that customer. Now, what's the basis for them being your top customer? Is it revenue? Is it number of transactions? Is it profitability? Recently sat down and took a look at some of the work that we were doing and realized that we had 35 accounts that we were supporting in our wellness program that were consuming 75 work days of one of our employees. And we were making nowhere near enough money on that process, that service, to sort of justify that. But we were really proud of that because we had these big customers in our wellness program, et cetera. And so do you know what the profitability is of your top customers? Which ones do you want to fire? Which ones do you want to keep? How do you sort of make sure that you're investing your resources in the right place? What's their overall lifetime value? Those are some good questions to ask as you think about, how do you tighten up a little bit in this economy? Have you spent some of your downtime with your customers? Early in my career, I was in consulting, and we always used to look at McKinsey, and some of you know McKinsey, strategic consulting firm, and they had this policy where their partners and their associates had to go out and spend time with the CEOs of companies they were servicing, even when they weren't selling something. And so if you think about your top customers, how much time have you spent with them during the downtime that may have been created during this period? What have you done to sort of advance your relationship with them without just selling to them, just getting to know them a little bit more? For me in our business, have we talked to our sponsors enough? Have we gotten out and talked to those folks and really found out what they're doing to figure out how we can better serve them? So that sort of idea, extending and repricing. A lot of our professional services firms that we talk to, a couple of them at least, have started a process of going out to their customers. They found late last year a lot of their customers weren't willing to renew their agreements because they weren't sure what was coming up. So what the professional service firms did, a couple of them did, is they went out and they said, look, sign the contract, and instead of my monthly rate that I've got now, I'm going to give you, because you're going to commit to business for me in the long term, I'm going to discount that a little bit, and we're going to go 14 months instead of 12 months, and we're going to do it at the same rate. And they were able to get some of their customers to sort of agree to sort of move forward in that process. So extending and repricing. She didn't drop her price, just kind of extended the term a little bit, and was able to sort of get the customer to sign on. So dealing with your customers' anxieties is something that you might think about in this time. And then free stuff. If you have capacity, if you've got folks that aren't working because there's no business coming in, how can you convert that capacity into sort of an opportunity for your business? Catering company that we work with who was having trouble generating clients. They're making food every day for the clients who are paying. They made a little bit of extra every day, and they delivered the lunches to potential prospects just out of the blue, showed up at 11 o'clock, said, here's lunch for you today, here's our card, here's our menu. Didn't cost them anything more, just a little bit more. It was in the area of the deliveries. It's kind of a unique idea to sort of stimulate some sales and stimulate some activity and give people the opportunity to try their product. So how do you give away some free stuff that you've got already on the shelf that you're not using right now to sort of get to the next level with a customer? And then, of course, we got to pitch our competitors' ignored customers, right? All of our competitors have customers who are too small or not their prime focus. How do you get out there? Everybody in this environment is looking to be a hero if they're buying things or looking to save some money. I can't tell you how many pitches that we've received from people who want to be our new provider or something, who can save us a little bit of money. And I don't know too many of those folks who we haven't taken up to sort of at least look at the offer, because in today's environment, you want to look at that. So do you have a lower overhead rate than your competitor? How can you sort of make that pitch to those folks who you haven't been able to get? Maybe you can give them something they're not going to get in this environment because you're more hungry than the folks that you're working against.